Hello and welcome to the class on diagrammatic and graphical presentation of the data. The statistical data can be presented with the help of geometric figures, curves, maps, and pictures. The visual form of statistical data highlights the basic facts as well as the interrelationship of the variables. Even a layman can understand the message from the diagrams. Diagrams are attractive and impressive. They make the data simple and understandable. They make comparison possible. They save time and labor. They have universal utility. They give more information and they have a great memorizing effect. While preparing a diagram, you should select a proper scale. The diagram should be neat and clean. Headings should be explanatory. We can use shades, colors or patterns to make the diagram attractive and for differentiation of various variables. The size of the diagram or graph should be suitable to the size of the paper. We can use line, bar, rectangles, squares, circles, cubes, cylinders and blocks to prepare diagrams. The statistical data can also be presented with the help of pictograms and cartograms. The selection of diagram depends upon the characteristic of the data and the objective of our study. Line diagrams, bar diagrams and rectangles are the most commonly used diagrams. Diagrams help to visualize the meaning of the numerical complex at a single glance. When a line is used to represent the frequencies of the discrete variable, it is known as a line diagram. It is the simplest type of diagram. It is one-dimensional diagram where the length of bar is important and not the width. The variable is taken on the x-axis and the frequencies are taken on y-axis. The straight lines are drawn whose lengths are proportional to the frequencies. In this example, the livestock strength of a farm is depicted with the help of line diagram. If a bar is used to represent the frequencies of the variable, the diagram is known as bar diagram. It is also one-dimensional diagram. There are various types of bar diagrams such as simple bar diagram, subdivided or component bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, percentage bar diagram and bilateral bar diagram. The livestock strength of a farm here is represented with the help of a simple bar diagram. It is the rectangular representation of the statistical data. Rectangles are of same width and are equally spaced. The height of the bar represents the frequency. The data having components can be represented with the help of subdivided or component bar diagram. Here, the bar is split into subdivisions or components, and the subdivisions are represented by different colors or patterns. Similar type of data can be represented with the help of percentage bar diagram. Here, the components are not the actual values but are percentage of the whole. Bars are of equal height since each bar represents 100%. For comparison of two or more sets, multiple bar diagrams can be used. Bars are constructed side by side and again different colors or patterns are used to represent various categories. Bilateral bar diagram is used to represent the data of loss and profit. Pie diagram is another way of presenting the data of qualitative characters such as blood groups, age groups, total expenditure, etc. Various components or frequencies are shown by means of sector of a circle. The angles of the sector are proportional to the respective frequencies of various components. The angle is computed with the given formula. Here, the data on livestock strength of a farm is shown with the help of a pie diagram. Graphical presentation of the data. A graph is a visual form of presentation of statistical data. The classified data can be presented graphically using histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, or cumulative frequency curve. This is a frequency distribution table representing the classified data. Histogram is constructed by taking variable on the horizontal axis and the frequencies on the vertical axis. There are number of rectangles, each with a class interval as its width and frequency as its height. When all the class intervals are of equal width, the length of the rectangles will be proportional to the frequencies of the respective class interval. Histogram is considered as two-dimensional diagram where both length and width are important. The given points should be taken into consideration while constructing histogram. Histogram is a set of adjacent rectangles or bars, the bases of which equals the class width or class interval and the height of which equals the corresponding class frequency. Here, the data on milk production of 90 cows is represented with the help of histogram. To construct a frequency polygon, we mark the frequencies on the vertical axis and class interval on the horizontal axis. A dot is placed above the midpoint of each class interval and the height of the given dot corresponds to the frequency of the relevant class interval. The dots are connected with the help of straight lines. This is an example of frequency polygon. The only difference between frequency polygon and frequency curve is that the dots are connected using smooth lines in case of frequency curve. This is an example of frequency curve. We can use histogram and frequency polygon or histogram and frequency curve to represent superimposed graphs. A graph of cumulative frequency distribution is known as a cumulative frequency curve or an ague. The ague can be less than ague or more than ague. The less than ague gives a rising curve and more than ague gives a declining curve. Here, less than cumulative frequencies are used to construct the less than ague, and more than cumulative frequencies are used to construct more than ague. Less than and more than agues can simultaneously be constructed in a single graph. Thank you.